what I'm saying? Like, everything a nigga like. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water. Normally.
Power, fame, art. In the music industry, those three things can turn best friends into rivals overnight. One viral moment, one leaked demo, one suspiciously similar beat, and suddenly the internet is split in half. That is exactly what happened when Yung Miami accused Tyla of stealing her song idea. This wasn't some quiet behind-the-scenes disagreement. This was public, explosive, and dripping with the kind of tension that only the internet can amplify. Within hours, fan bases were at war, timelines flooded with side-by-side song comparisons, and everyone had an opinion. But behind all the noise lies something much bigger than one accusation. This story reveals the inner mechanics of the modern music world. It shows how creativity, influence, and ownership collide in a digital age where ideas travel faster than proof. So let's rewind. How did this all begin?
Yung Miami versus Tyla. I didn't know this was a thing, but Yung Miami posted, "This girl really ran off of my song, and I don't know how to feel about it." Mind you, I played this song for this girl, and she said, "Take me to Chanel is greater than put me in Chanel." And then somebody told her, "Miami, that song took you forever to drop." Yung Miami said, "Don't matter, it's my MF song." And somebody said, "PSA, it is Tyla. She has a new song called Chanel. The chorus is put me in Chanel, put me in Chanel."
It started subtly. A few cryptic posts, a few hints from Yung Miami that she had been played. She didn't name names at first, but it didn't take long before people connected the dots. The moment Tyla dropped her new track, the internet went wild with comparisons. The melody, the rhythm, even the vibe of the lyrics felt strangely familiar. Soon enough, Yung Miami went live, confirming what fans had already guessed. She said that the idea behind that song was hers, that she had shared it, discussed it, maybe even previewed parts of it before it ever saw daylight. And now, someone else was performing it. For anyone unfamiliar, Yung Miami, one half of the rap duo City Girls, has built a reputation for bold lyrics and infectious confidence. She's an established artist who has fought her way up in an industry that doesn't hand anything to anyone. Tyla, on the other hand, is the rising star from South Africa, whose fusion of Afropop, R&B, and dance has taken the world by storm. With hits like Water, she became one of the most recognizable new voices in global pop. So when an established American rapper and a fast-rising international artist find themselves on opposite ends of a controversy, it instantly becomes global news. But what exactly did Yung Miami claim?
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. The rapper Yung Miami from the City Girls called out Tyla for taking her song. So Yung Miami said that she has this song called Take Me to Chanel. Tyla has a song with a similar concept called Chanel, but instead of saying take me to Chanel, she says put me in Chanel.
According to Yung Miami, she had come up with a concept for a song that revolved around a specific beat and lyrical style. She claims to have shared this idea within certain circles, including producers and mutual contacts, who, coincidentally or not, had also worked with Tyla. Months later, Tyla dropped a track that Yung Miami insists sounds eerily similar to the idea she had first developed. Now, here's where things get messy. In the music world, it's incredibly hard to prove ownership of an idea unless there's a tangible record, a registered composition, a recorded demo, a time-stamped file. Inspiration itself can't be copyrighted. You can copyright a finished work, but not the spark that started it. That means, even if Yung Miami did have the idea first, unless there is proof of a direct exchange or plagiarism, it becomes a matter of interpretation. Still, perception is everything, and online, perception spreads faster than fact. The moment Yung Miami went public with her claim, social media turned it into a battlefield. Fans split into factions. On one side, people defended Miami, arguing that originality should be respected and that bigger or newer artists often recycle ideas from those who came before them. On the other side, Tyla's supporters claimed it was coincidence that her track was already in the works long before Miami's supposed idea. Within hours, TikTokers began uploading mashups comparing the two songs. Music producers on YouTube broke down the beats in real time. Journalists started tracing studio sessions and producer credits. It became a full-scale digital investigation.
I don't think Carisha is going to take her to court or nothing like that. It's not that crazy. But the fact that Carisha said, listen, I played the song for Tyla, and now all of a sudden Tyla got a similar song, I would feel some type of way too.
And in the middle of it all, two women who were once mutual supporters now stood on opposite sides of an invisible line. Here's where the story gets complicated. The music industry thrives on influence. Genres overlap, sounds evolve, and artists borrow from each other constantly. A new hit often carries traces of dozens of older ones. That's how creativity works, through adaptation and reinterpretation. So where does influence end and imitation begin? That question has haunted artists for decades. Remember when Robin Thicke and Pharrell were sued over blurred lines? Or when Ed Sheeran was accused of copying Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On? Some cases end in multi-million-dollar settlements, others in total acquittal. But every case sends the same message. Inspiration is beautiful until it crosses into replication. Sources close to both artists have hinted that there were private conversations before this went public. Some say Yung Miami reached out to Tyla's team for clarification and never got a response. Others claim Tyla was blindsided, learning about the accusation at the same time as the rest of the world. Neither side has released full details, but the silence only fueled the speculation. Fans began digging up interviews, clips, and studio posts to find overlaps between their creative timelines. The story took on a life of its own. For Yung Miami, this isn't just about one song. It's about respect and recognition. She's spoken openly in the past about how female rappers are often dismissed, how ideas get stolen or diluted without credit. So when she says, "That was mine," she's really standing up for something bigger, artistic integrity. For Tyla, this accusation could be career-defining. She's at the height of her rise, crossing over to global fame. Any stain of controversy could change how people see her artistry. Whether true or not, public opinion can be unforgiving. And for the industry as a whole, this story highlights a deep issue. How do you protect creativity in a world where everything is shared instantly? Let's be honest, the line between stealing and being inspired has never been blurrier. Artists are influenced by what they hear, even subconsciously. You can spend a night scrolling through TikTok, hear a catchy hook, and later write something similar without realizing it. But in the age of digital fingerprints, people can trace every beat, every lyric, every post. That's why accusations like this are explosive. They can be investigated by anyone with Wi-Fi. In the past, such disputes were settled quietly through managers or legal teams. Now they're settled in the court of public opinion, often before lawyers even get involved. The other piece of this story is how the media fuels it. Outlets love drama, and fans crave real-time updates. Every tweet, every quote, every shade gets turned into a headline. Before long, the real issue, whether there was actual song theft, gets buried under memes and reaction videos. The conflict becomes entertainment. Yung Miami knows this game well. She's been in public feuds before, and she understands that attention cuts both ways. Tyla, too, is learning the cost of fame in an era where one rumor can define your narrative. Now, could Yung Miami actually sue? Maybe, but she'd need evidence. Courts look for tangible proof of copying, like shared producers, access to the demo, or clear musical duplication. And that's where things get tricky. Even if Tyla was inspired by the same vibe or trend, it doesn't automatically count as plagiarism. The burden of proof is high, and courts often side with the argument that music is built on common building blocks. Still, the very existence of this controversy might push both artists to handle their intellectual property differently. More NDAS, more timestamps, more caution. There's also a cultural dimension to this. Tyla comes from a South African music scene where blending genres is part of the identity. Amapiano, Afrobeats, R&B, and pop flow into each other seamlessly. What one person sees as imitation, another might see as collaboration. Yung Miami's world, meanwhile, is rooted in American hip-hop, where originality and lyrical ownership are sacred. To borrow someone's line, sound, or concept without acknowledgement is seen as disrespect.
I'm seeing much more love for her on social media, I'm not gonna lie. But she has bad PR. She does have a crowd that hates her stinking guts, okay? And I think with knowing that, Tyla knew that if she wanted to take that song, because she must have liked the concept a lot, that she could just take it, allegedly.
So when these two worlds collide, misunderstandings are bound to happen. What Tyla may see as inspiration could feel like theft to Miami. The fascinating thing here is how both artists handled the fallout. Yung Miami spoke her truth, directly and unapologetically. Tyla remained composed, choosing subtlety and silence. Both moves were strategic. In the world of celebrity, how you respond can be just as important as the truth itself. Staying silent keeps mystery alive. Speaking out fuels the narrative. Either way, the story grows. And perhaps both women know that visibility, even controversial visibility, is currency in the entertainment world. Beyond the headlines, this story taps into something deeper. It asks what originality even means today. Can any artist truly create something new in an era when every sound, style, and rhythm has already been uploaded somewhere online? Maybe originality isn't about inventing something from nothing. Maybe it's about how you remix, reinterpret, and reimagine what's already out there. But even if that's true, there's still a moral line. Artists want acknowledgement. They want respect. They want to feel seen for what they create. And when that doesn't happen, conflict follows. Since the controversy, both fan bases have only grown louder. Tyla's streams keep climbing, but Yung Miami's posts get massive engagement too. Ironically, both artists may end up benefiting from the attention. Controversy sells. It fuels streams, boosts visibility, and cements cultural relevance. But it also leaves scars. No matter how it ends, people will remember this moment. Producers will think twice before sharing unfinished work. Artists will guard their ideas more carefully, and fans will continue to pick sides because everyone loves a good feud. At its core, this is not just a story about two artists fighting over a song. It's a reflection of how fragile creativity has become in a hyper-connected world. One spark can inspire millions, but it can also ignite chaos.
And she has not yet posted. The only thing she posted, she has actually posted a link to pre-save the song. So she has not actually replied to Yung Miami yet. But I don't know if she will reply. Or probably this is some sort of promotion for this song as well. You might not know. You can never really tell these days. But
whether Tyla borrowed or Yung Miami overreacted might never be proven. What we do know is that both are products of the same era. An era where music is shared before it's finished, where influence is instant, and where the line between homage and imitation gets blurrier every day. And maybe that's the real story here. Not who started it, not who wins, but how fame, pressure, and ambition can turn inspiration into accusation in the blink of an eye. So what do you think? Is this another case of creative overlap or a warning sign for every artist trying to protect their art? Drop your thoughts below, because in the modern music game, the biggest question isn't who sings it best, it's who thought of it first.